era or period before the Shatavahanas. The study of the past through literature is known as the history. The study of the past through material remains is known as the archaeology. Ancient history can be the study of the past through literature is known as history. The study of the past through material remains is known as archaeology. Ancient history can be studied based on the two things: literary evidences and archaeological evidences. Literary evidences, books written by different poets during the different periods, will tell us about the living conditions of the different kings, social situations, and the administration of the state. Archaeological evidences, important sources are inscriptions, coins, monuments, pictures, and sculptures. Engraving text or pictures on the hard rocks is called as inscriptions. In archaeology, the study of inscriptions is known as epigraphy. In archaeology, the study of coins is known as numismatics. These inscriptions and coins will tell us about the victories and governance of the kings. First inscriptions and coins related to Telangana. So, first inscriptions and coins related to Telangana history are found at Kotilingala of first inscriptions and coins related to the Telangana history are found at Kotilingala of Vellatur Mandal in Jagitiala district. The names of kings found on the coins in the Kotilinga are Gobada, Sri Kamavaya, Sri Vayu, Sri Narana, and Samagopa. Script found on the inscriptions of Kotilingala is Brahmi script. So, the first inscriptions and coins related to Telangana history are found at Kotilingala of Vellatur Mandal in Jagitiala district. The names of the kings found on the coins in the Kotilingala are Gobada, Sri Kambaya, Sri Vayu, Sri Narana, and Samagopa. Script found on the inscriptions of Kotilingala is Brahmi script. Origin of the word Telangana. The word Telangana is a most ancient word. According to the archaeologist Parabrahma Shastri, the place where the Telugu people lived is described as Tilinga Desham. The most important source of water to the Telangana is Godavari river. It is perennial river. Godavari river is described as Telivaha in ancient period. The people who lived in surroundings of this Telivaha river are known as Tilingulu. Later this changed as the Tilinga Desham and finally into Telangana. Starting from the kings Indravarma Purli inscriptions of Ganga dynasty till the different kings of the Kakatiya dynasty used the words Tilinga, Tilinga and Telinga. So starting from the King Indravarma's Purli inscriptions of Ganga dynasty till the different kings of the Kakatiya dynasty used the words Tilinga, Tilinga and Telinga as the synonyms. The credit of making the word Telangana popularly goes to the different poets after the Kakatiya period. According to the P. Srirama Sharma, the word Telangana came into usage between the period of Amir Khusro to Abu Fazl, that is between the period of Alauddin Khilji to Akbar. Inscriptions with the word Telangana. Tellapur inscriptions of 1417 BC in Sangareddy district in which Telanganapuram is mentioned. Velicharla inscriptions of Prataparudra Gajapati of 1510 AD. So, Tellapur inscriptions in Sangareddy in 1417 BC in which Telanganapuram is mentioned, and Velicharla inscriptions of Prataparudra Gajapati in 1510 AD. Tirumala and Chinakanchi inscriptions of Sri Krishna Devaraya. During the Kakatiya period, some sections of Brahmins were called as Telanganayulu. Telanganyulu. It means they belong to Telangana. The word Telangana, Anemu, means country. According to Suravaram Pratap Reddy, the usage of the Telangana language was prominent during the Golconda rule, also based on the word Anemu. According to the available sources, history is divided into three parts: prehistoric period, proto-historic period, and historic period. His prehistoric period, no written literature is available during this period. Proto-historic period, written literature of this period is available but it cannot be deciphered. Example, Indus Valley civilization. Historic period, written literature is available and can be deciphered. When coming to the prehistoric period, the study of the prehistoric period in the Telangana was done by Sir Robert Bruce Foote in the mid-19th century in Nalgonda district or Valgonda, presently in Yadadri district, in the terms of megalithic period. Hyderabad State Archaeological Department was established in the year 1914 and have scientifically identified different prehistorical sites. In the year 1953, Hyderabad State Archaeological Department have published a book, Antiquarian Remains in Hyderabad in Hyderabad State, which named 118 places as protected places. Salvage archaeology or rescue archaeology is the study of the ancient excavations in the places which are in the danger of imminent destruction. The retired Secretary of Archaeological Department, V.V. Krishnamurthy, have identified different prehistoric sites, especially the places where paintings and pictures are present. So, The retired Secretary of Archaeology Department V.V. Krishnamurthy have identified different prehistoric sites, especially where the paintings and pictures are present. K. Timmareddy, professor in Telugu University of Srisailam, have brought prehistoric sites which are present on the left side of the Krishna River into the limelight. Raja Ram Singh have identified many sites in the northern Telangana from Basar to the Bhadrachalam in the Godavari Valley. Raja Ram Singh provided that the Telangana has evidences from the first phase of evolution of the mankind. In recent times, Dhyanavali Satyanarayana have identified 10 prehistoric sites. The book named Research on the Land of Telugu, which was written by B. Subramanyam, is the basis for the study of prehistoric period in Telangana. That is the book named Research on the Land of Telugu, which was written by B. Subramanyam, is basis for the study of the prehistoric period in Telangana. Prehistoric period is divided on the basis of the tools used by the humans. They are Paleolithic age, Mesolithic age, Neolithic age, and Megalithic age. Paleolithic age or Old Stone Age from 2 lakh BCE to 8500 BCE. Mesolithic age or Middle Stone Age 8500 BCE to 3000 BCE. Neolithic age or New Stone Age from 3000 to 1500 BCE. Megalithic age from 1500 to 300 BCE. Paleolithic age. The Paleolithic weapons are found in Telangana are similar to the ones which were found in Africa's Ecolion. The tools used in this period are stone tools, which are small scrapers, choppers, stones and stone hammers. Mesolithic age. This is also known as Microlithic age. In this period, small stone tools, that is microliths, were used. During this period, humans started drawing and painting on the rocks. The first generation pictures of Mesolithic age were found in the caves of during this period, the humans started drawing and painting on the rocks. The first generation pictures of the Mesolithic age are found in the caves of Mahabubnagar district, Sanganonipalli. Important pictures in this were deers. Neolithic age. In this period, humans started to do cultivation by setting up at one place. Tools and weapons used were made up of bones. From this period, the humans started the use of copper and bronze tools. They also started cultivating millets like jowar, ragi, and legumes like horse gram and black gram. Piles of ash, which belonged to the Neolithic period, was found in the Utnur Mandal of Telangana. Ash is produced by burning the dung of the animals, so by this we can know that the cattle rearing was also done during this period. In this period, dead bodies were buried by keeping their heads towards the north. 2 infants were buried in a pot. Evidences were found in the Nagarjunakonda. Megalithic age. In this period, 1500 to 300 BCE, Telangana people used to bury the dead body in the mud burial box, or they used to bury in a cave-like structure. The big stones were kept in the circular form surrounding this burial, known as megaliths. Hence, this period is known as the Megalithic age. These megaliths were known by the locals as Pandavula Gullu or Veerla Padulu. The people used to bury food grains, agricultural tools, and ornaments along with the dead person. By these articles, we can say that the people were civilized. In Telangana, civilization of the people started with the megalithic age. So the people used to bury the food grains, agricultural tools, ornaments along with the dead person. By these articles, we can say that the people were civilized. In this Telangana, the civilization of the people started with the megalithic age. In this period, iron tools were used for the first time. Hence, it is known as Iron Age. The megalithic burial ground, which was excavated in the premises of the Hyderabad Central University, was the first in the country. The food grains present in this were dated back to 4,205 and 4,250 years ago. The burial ground were divided into 4 types based on its constructions: pit burials, cist burials, dolmen, and rock cut burials. So pit burials, the dead body was kept in the burial box, which was made of mud or granite. This box is kept in the pit and covered. Big rocks were kept around this burial in the circular form. Cist burial, the stone burial box was not completely buried, but some part of it is kept open above the ground surface. Dolmen is a type of single chamber megalithic tomb. Consists of 2 or more vertical megaliths supporting a large flat horizontal capstone or table. Rock cut burial, the caves were cut from the rocks and the dead bodies were buried in this. Food grains, iron tools, red and black pottery, gold ornaments, beads were found in these burials, is called as megaliths. In Eleshwaram of Nalgonda district, a burial box in the shape of the elephant was found. Along with this, 4 burial boxes were found. So, in Elishwaram of Nalgonda district, a burial box in the shape of the elephant was found. Along with this, a burial box were found. 4 burial boxes were found. At one burial site at Elishwaram, a man's skeleton is found on the top of the woman's skeleton. Thousands of graveyards were found in the Narkatpalli of Nalgonda during the excavations made by the Meadows Taylor. Red and black pottery were found in the Utnur. At Maulali of Hyderabad, bangles made up of clay and golden beads were seen in the graveyard. These graveyards were present in 30 to 40 acres of land. Horse skeleton was found in the graveyard of Pochampadu. Horse skeleton was found in the graveyard of Pochampadu. Beads made up of bones were found in the Hasmatpet outskirts of the Hyderabad. So, horse skeleton was found in the graveyard of Pochampadu. Beads made up of bones were found in the Hasmatpet outskirts of Hyderabad. Historic period. The period in which the written literature is present and which can be deciphered is known as the historic period. In India, this period started from the Aryans, but in Telangana, it started from the 6th century BC. Aryan culture, which was present in the North India, introduced in the Eastern India by Vaideha, and Agastya introduced the Aryan culture in Southern India. In 6th century BC, Buddhism, Jainism, likewise 62 other religions started against the domination of the Brahmins. Buddhist scriptures are known as Tripitakas. They are Sutta Pitaka, Vinaya Pitaka, and Abhidhamma Pitaka. 16 Mahajanapadas formed in the 6th century BCE were the first time mentioned in the Buddhist scripture Anguttara Nikaya. Out of these 16 Mahajanapadas, only one Mahajanapada, Asmaka, is present in the Telangana region. Remaining 15 are present in the North India. Asmaka Mahajanapada was present in the today's Nizamabad, Karimnagar, and Adilabad. The capital of Asmaka was Potana or Bodhan in the Nizamabad district. A Buddhist monk Bhavari of Asmaka kingdom has introduced the Buddhism in Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. The king Mahapadmananda of Nanda dynasty, who won over the Asmaka kingdom, he was the first king to win over any southern India in the history of India. After Mahapadmananda, the Mauryan kings of Magadha made Andhra Pradesh and Telangana as their feudatory states. Later, Srimuka have founded the Shatavahana dynasty and ruled over the Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Eventually, Telangana became a merging point for North and South India. The word Telangana came into usage from the period of Delhi Sultanates. Amir Khusro used the word Telangana. During the Delhi Sultanates, the places of Telangana, Andhra, and Tamil Nadu were all together known as Telangana. During the Golconda Qutub Shahi period, the present-day Telangana, along with the coastal Andhra, was known as Telangana. From the Nizam period, the Telugu places in the Hyderabad state are known as Telangana. Buddhist Jataka stories 600 to 400 BCE. The place between the Godavari and the Krishna rivers was known as Andhra Padam or Andhaka Katattam or Andhra Rashtam. Aitreya Brahmana of Rigveda have mentioned the first time about the people of Andhra. According to the Suttani Pitaka or Suttanipata of Sutta Pitaka, Asmaka kingdom and the Mulaka kingdom were present on the both sides of the Godavari river. They were known as Andhaka Ratha or Andhra state. The capital of Mulaka kingdom is Pratishthanapuram or Paitan. So, according to the Suttani Pitaka of Sutta Pitaka, Suttanipata of Sutta Pitaka, Asmaka kingdom and the Mulaka kingdom were present on the both sides of the Godavari river. They were known as Andhaka Ratha or Andhra state. The capital of Mulaka kingdom is Pratishthanapuram or Paitan. Chronology of the prominent dynasties ruled over the Telangana region from the ancient period to the modern period. Shatavahanas 220 BCE to 225 AD. Ikshvakus 220 AD to 300 AD. Vishnukundins 358 AD to 358 AD to 569 AD. Vemalapada Chalukyas 750 AD to 975 AD. Mudigonda Chalukyas 850 AD to 1200 AD. Parts of Khammam and Warangal. So, chronology of the prominent dynasties ruled over the Telangana region from the ancient period to the modern period. Shatavahanas 220 BC to 225 AD. Ikshvakus 200 AD to 300 AD. Vishnukundins 360 to 570. Vemulavada Chalukyas 750 to 975 AD. Mudigonda Chalukyas 850 to 1200 AD. Mudigonda Chalukyas, parts of Khammam and Warangal. Kakatiyas had feudatory Kakatiyas 955 to 1162 AD. 11 and as independent Kakatiyas 1163 to 1323 AD. Musunuri Nayakas 1325 to 1370 AD. Parts of Khammam. Velama Nayakas 1325 to 1475 AD. Parts of Nalgonda and Mehboob Nagar. Qutub Shahis 1520 to 1688 or 1690. Asaf Jahis 1724 to 1948.